you turn off that light? Yep.
What to do, what to see. Gifts to buy from everyone on your list. And end of the year resolutions and specials all just a click away. Find it under features, only on 11alive.com.
Annika has that shirt.
No, it isn't. Sadly, for hundreds of elementary school kids in Atlanta Public Schools with orchestra and band, this looks like a done deal. Even while walking down the street for an interview, Arthur McClinton plays music to the appreciation of others. He's played since a toddler.
Once an instrument was put in my hand, that was something that gave me hope above all others because I could express myself first, second.
That's why he's given to Atlanta.
To this guy right here, ever since a trumpet was placed into my hands, music has become a very prominent part of my life. It's introduced me to an art form that is nothing but never-ending self-expression. Many do not realize how prevalent music is in everyday lives, but music is always around us, and it's one of the most popular forms of entertainment in the world. For being a music student for almost 10 years, I understand the amazing benefits that come from being in music education. And I can say that music education is a very important part of the public school curriculum and should deserve more respect than it gets today. Today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about the history of music education in America, the benefits that music students seek from it, and finally I will inform you on the reasons why music education is slowly diminishing in our public school systems today. But first I'm going to inform you a little bit about the history of music education in America. Music has always been taught ever since America was founded, even before. Research on K12academics.com states that the first major school in the United States to offer music was what is now known as the New England Conservatory of Music in Boston, Massachusetts, which was founded in 1717. The school was originally intended for the teaching of music and improving the singing styles in churches, but has since then grown to be a large school that now offers music theory, music therapy, music history, and other performing arts. It wasn't until the 20th century where the Oberlin Conservatory was the first school to offer a 4-year degree in music education, and has sprung out a school band and orchestra movement leading to performance-oriented schools as well. The next important part one should know about music education and the history of it is that it has been prevalent in schools and has changed along with our cultures and customs. According to the report in the Music Educators Journal by David Hedgehog and Sarah Fisher, they stated that, quote, as the cultural demographics of our nation have changed, so have the repertoire, instruments, resources that we use to teach music to our diverse body of students, end quote. Music being taught in schools teaches music from the past and present, while also inspiring new music for the future. For example, during the Great Depression, the most prominent style of music was jazz and blues, where artists such as Louis Armstrong and Duke Ellington became popular. Jazz music at the time reflected the hard times that those had to face, and though jazz was a new style of music, those that wanted to learn about music from the classical area, such as Bach and Haydn, still was a highly studied subject in music schools, and it still is today. Now that you know a little bit about the history of music education, we're going to transition into talking about the benefits that music students seek from it. A benefit that music students have over a non-musical student is a more positive brain development. According to a research study conducted by Anita Collins, it was discovered that after comparing musical students to non-musical students, music students had a more developed memory, cognitive skills, creative skills, and Collins states that, quote, a musician's brain can work twice as much in half the amount of time, end quote. Another benefit is that music students develop skills that make them better students. Useful skills such as memorization, hand-eye coordination, creativity, increased self-confidence, and lead healthy and successful lives. Most of these skills are obtained through learning how to read, play, and listen to music. Another benefit music students have over non-musical students is that it activates the part of the brain that activates emotion, that writing and speaking usually can't do. Music activates the part of the brain associated with emotion. It is a self-expression art form that combines language, emotion, talent, all together into one art form. Music is entirely human. This therefore makes students more connected to people and are more empathetic and sympathetic towards other people as well. Now that you know about the history and the benefits coming from music education, I'm going to be talking about the controversies that arise today. Music education isn't getting the amount of respect that it deserves today. Regular educators don't understand the importance of music education. In a journal by Anita Colton, she states that, quote, "Too often music education is devalued by other educators, leaders, and policymakers who see it as a vehicle for entertainment for the school community. The fact that the final project, the performance, is public face of the music education program in a school can neglect the meaningful learning that occurs in the classroom," end quote. Teachers also should know that statistics show that music students for many years have shown higher test scores based solely off the skills that they indirectly acquire from it. There are a couple main reasons as to why school districts have neglected funding for their band programs in the school district. First one is that schools put more funding towards athletic programs and other extracurricular programs as well, instead of the music programs. Though that doesn't mean necessarily that music students don't deserve that funding as well. According to the report on the Doctor Special Report, athletic programs have seen a decline in numbers of students in the high school and college level due to the amount of concussions and brain injuries that come from contact sports. In that same report, they mentioned marching band, more importantly, Drum Corps International. And they mentioned how those students combine music and high levels of less risky athletic performance into performing shows all around the country, and was called, quote, "the fastest growing youth activity in America," end quote. Other things that prevent schools from funding their band program is policies such as No Child Left Behind Act of 2001. That made it difficult for schools to continue funding their programs and put more focus into standardized testing. Therefore, they're not receiving the funding that they want to get, and they put more into the classrooms and less into the performing arts. And as you can tell, nothing should justify the removal of music programs in America. Today I talked to you a little about the history of music education, the benefits from it, and finally talked about controversies today. I hope I have enlightened you with extra information as why music education is important to many students across America, and to have it taken away from them does nothing but hurt the potential future of great music. Music education is and always should be an important part of America's public schools curriculum. Thank you.